So you're wanting to raid this structure and get the high-end cores and stuff in Valheim's Ashlands. We're going to show you a step-by-step guide how to get into the structure with the green light shooting out of it, and what all you can get from it. Let's get into it, shall we? So first off, you're going to need one of these, and this is a Battering Ram. And as Hugin says here, you'll need one of these machines to break into the fortified walls on these structures. This is one of the very first devices you can craft to get into these structures. To unlock this device, you do need Flametal, and Flametal is found in the Ashlands. We do have a guide on how to get Flametal in the Ashlands if you're interested in that, but we will be showing you how to build this. Once you pick up Flametal, you'll actually get this recipe right here, and that's for the Battering Ram. It is crafted with your hammer and found underneath Miscellaneous, and you'll find here Battering Ram. You'll need 20 ash wood, 10 Flametal bars or ingots, and 2 Surtling cores. So it means you're going to need to smelt some Flametal here in the Ashlands at your base. Of course, you just need a workbench to actually craft it. You'll just put the Battering Ram down, and then you'll be ready to bust into these walls over here. So be very careful when you do this. I would highly suggest a portal or something so you can get back pretty quickly to the area. I have one actually set up right over here, kind of up and out of the way, away from that facility, just in case we were to die. We can go back and come back quick and easily. Off in the distance, that's somewhat safe in the Ashlands. That way you can respawn and come back if you were to die, because you may. This could be repaired with the hammer, but you actually can't destroy it like you can other normal structures. So just be aware that once you place it down, you can't destroy it unless you were actually to destroy it. Destroying it's going to be quite hard, as this thing does take a load of damage actually. Once you destroy it though, you will get your full mats back and should be able to recraft it again, or take it wherever you want to go. With our crafting bench down, we're just going to go ahead and show you us actually placing the Battering Ram. We're going to place it down like that. Now be careful, it will kind of roll like this. You can get behind it and just keep it from doing so. In the back of the Battering Ram, you're going to notice it says add wood, and that is where you will go to add wood. So this is going to cause the Battering Ram to start punching. For it to do the 2 front fists right here and do some fisting, you need to pick it up. And it works just like the cart. So if you're going around with Battering Ram and wanting to destroy stuff and things, you can bring it straight to the door here. This one's got some spikes in the front of it, so we can just stand a little bit further back, but it will start working on destroying the front of the castle here for us to get into it. Very nice. We've breached the front door. Discontinue use of the Battering Ram. You're just going to hit E on it again, and it will discontinue use. Now we're going to have to fight Baccarines and all kinds of good stuff like that. There's also warlocks who do all kinds of weird stuff like breathe fire and magic and spawn in more enemies. Probably want to knock them out as quick as you can. You want to knock out all those enemies before going in there. Bring you some fire resist potions and some healing potions as well. The very first thing you're going to want to do is clear out what you can and get in here and kill this effigy of malice. It's a spawner. It will spawn multiple enemies around, and you want to try to destroy them as quick as possible. You also definitely want to stay out of those little green balls like that and kill these charred warlocks. You gotta kill them as quick as possible. Also, while you're out and about, make sure you keep a really close eye on these things and kill them off, these little scugs. They will give you these cogwheels, and these cogwheels are used to make the second variation of the siege weapon, which we'll show you what that is. And this is a really sturdy place actually to build a base if you ever wanted to. You can build a crafting bench in here. A few more cogwheels, as many as we can here. And here's the crafting bench. So you can build here, and you can build some kind of, door in the front of here if you wanted. Also, a note on the cogwheel, it does not let you teleport with it, unless you got the new portal, which you can make with the cores. And you'll be looking for chests on the outside perimeters of the inside here. There's also a chest usually in the middle where that green beam's going into, so we're going to bust into that as well. Our chest got destroyed, but we did get some Jade and some Bloodstone out of these. And we're just going to take a ram over here to the side where we see the door and let it do its thing from a distance. Then you're going to see once we get inside here, there is something inside that we can grab, and these are molten cores. You want to grab these. These are for the new teleports and things. You also get a map. This is where you're going to do the boss of Ashlands. Breaking this out, we will get a bell fragment, and now we can craft a bell if we get enough. So we got some bell parts. It's like about 4 of them. Ancient fragment appears to be a piece of a broken bell. All you gotta do is smash it. We also get the charred chest here, and the charred chest will give you multiple good things. Here's some cores and another bloodstone, it looks like. So you can get all these beautiful items here, which is the molten cores, the bell fragments, the jade, and the bloodstone from these little raids that you can do. And like I said, you could take this structure over as well. We actually might end up making this a farm, to be honest. You do have to kind of watch out for Valkyries or anything that flies around. That would be a very valuable thing to note. You're going to have to kill them off if they fly around. You also see little cores out here, so make sure you grab those as well in the courtyard. We're also going to show you that it does go through the walls as well. So if you want to go straight through the side of the walls, you can. If you want to reuse the structures as a base, then probably just want to go through the doors and then just put doors up. But I'm going to show you real quickly that yes, you can actually destroy the walls as well, and this will do so. The next thing we have is the Catapult, and the Catapult is a pretty neat device as well. It's also crafted with the hammer, and it does cost the exact same almost as the Battering Ram. Instead of 2 solving cores, you're going to need one of those cog wheels we just picked up at the fortress. So you can actually upgrade your Battering Ram to a Catapult if you want to after you craft it or after you get that cog wheel. And it is crafted with a workbench, so you just have to have a workbench around to craft it, and then you can tear it down, of course. And here it is crafted. It has 2 phases. You can raise the legs so you can actually transport it like so. If you go and hit E on it, you can move it around like so, and you can actually transport the catapult and move it around and move it however you're wanting to actually position it. So the way that you release the catapult is the way that the catapult is going to fire. So if you're going to face it this way, you kind of want to face it this way, then you can let go of it. And now we have the catapult. It's the right way now. We'll lower the legs again. Okay, here we go. And now we can fill it up with stuff and things. So we got 2 things we could use here. We got the explosive payload and the Grausten. So to make the Grausten payload, all you need is Grausten, and you need 10 of them to make 5 of the payloads. Both of these can be crafted in the workbench. You will need a level 1 workbench to make the Grausten payload, and it only costs 10 Grausten. And then you also can make the explosive payload, which does require aspen hide, sulfur, and prowess-type powder. Sulfur and prowess-type powder, we'll show you where to get that in the Ashlands. Sulfur can be found around in the Ashlands, and one of the easiest ways is to look for little arches like this. This one over here didn't have it, but this arch right here does, and you can see there's little sulfur deposits right there. And you can actually bring this to a crumble with your pickaxe, so you can get the sulfur off there, or build up there and get it. It's up to you. That's one way to get sulfur. Now, prowess-type powder, one of my favorite ways of getting that is exploding these and getting some prowess-type powder. You can get some prowess-type powder from the blobs. There's also a more efficient way, and that is to find these right here, the unstable lava rock. They will give you a ton of this prowess-type powder whenever you shoot them and explode them, or hit them and explode them. They do explode though. So if you go up to it, we get about quite a few actually, about 5 prowess-type powder from just that one. And of course, aspens, you just kill aspens. Quite simple. Of course, once you have either one of your projectiles, what you're going to want to do is place them on your bar, and then you can hit 7 or 8 and load the projectile, and it will throw it at the structure there. And of course, you need to readjust or adjust for whatever you're trying to hit. So if we're trying to hit the wall, we're going to have to actually bring this one back a little bit, it looks like. And that's fine. It looks like it may be hitting the inner wall. So we're just going to lift up the legs and drag it back a little bit. You can also use the Grausten, and let's go ahead and put that payload in there. See if it'll destroy this wall a little bit. So I do believe that Grausten doesn't actually damage the structure, so we need to use the explosive. And after, I don't know, it's probably about 4 or 5 it took to blast this corner here with the explosive. Seems like we got straight through with the explosive in the corner of this base here. We were able to get in here, and now we're going to be able to loot some stuff. Killed everything in here. And in this chest, we're going to notice that we get some more cores and some more bloodstone, which is nice. And some metal ore as well. We also get a new item, it looks like, and it is a Iolite. And once you get that, you can craft the new Storm Star and a new weapon. So new weapons crafted with that. Look, more stuff and things. And that's pretty much it. That's how you can get all these good mats right here. The Jade, the Bloodstone. You can get multi-cores other places as well. You can find them out in the environment as well, but this is a good place to get them. And you can also get the cogwheels here as well for the catapults. You can also get the Iolite and the new bell fragments, which is the bells that you need 3 of to spawn the new boss. And that's the only mats that I've found so far that you can get from these fortresses. And that's going to be it for this video. Don't forget, if you like what you see, to like, comment, subscribe, and all that good stuff. Subscribing will get you more Ashlands content whenever we get to that. We're going to make a few more videos hopefully this week. And hopefully we'll see you next time. Peace.